Most survival instincts work on Earth. Out here, there's suicide. The gyroscope failed 11 minutes ago. Not damaged, not malfunctioning, dead. The station stopped correcting its orientation, and now the entire HAB module is spinning at 4 RPM because nothing in space stops moving unless something stops it. The centrifugal force pins everyone against the outer wall at about 0.3 G, enough to feel heavy, not enough to stand. Enough to make your inner ear scream that the floor is tilting when it's not. The crew of 6 splits instantly. 3 rush to the computer terminals to override the spin. Classic mistake. Those terminals run off the solar arrays, and the arrays are no longer sun tracking because the gyroscope that aimed them is the one that just died. Power drops to 30% in 90 seconds. The lights cut to red. 2 of the 4 remaining gyroscopes shut down automatically to conserve energy, which makes the spin worse. Here's where it gets worse. The electron oxygen generator needs stable power to crack water into breathable air. It's already failed 7 times this year. This time, low voltage trips the pressure sensor and the whole system goes into emergency shutdown. The crew has about 6 hours of reserve oxygen in the Russian segment, if they can get to it. But the hatch between modules is stuck because the structural flex from the spin bent the frame a 1/4 inch out of alignment. It doesn't sound like much, it is. 2 crew members try to force the hatch. The others go for the manual spin control, a reaction wheel override buried in a maintenance panel that nobody's touched since installation. The procedure is in the manual. The manual is a PDF on the dead computer. One engineer remembers most of it isn't enough. It sounds simple, it's not. They pull the panel. The override requires venting compressed nitrogen to counterthrust the spin. That nitrogen also feeds the attitude control system, which they'll need later to re-aim the solar arrays. Use it all now, and they'll drift permanently off axis. Use half, and the spin slows but doesn't stop. They vent 60%. The rotation drops to 2 RPM. Still spinning, still in the dark, still suffocating on a clock. Here's what nobody tells you about decompression. It doesn't have to be explosive. The Soyuz 11 crew died from a pressure equalization valve that opened at the wrong altitude, just a small mechanical failure. 12 minutes of descent, then a valve popped and the cabin vented to vacuum in under a minute. The crew had 50 seconds of consciousness to find a valve under one of their seats, and they almost reached it. Almost doesn't count at 150 kilometers altitude. Your oxygen situation is slower, but it follows the same math. Find the problem or black out trying. The hatch finally gives. They muscle it open and funnel into the Russian segment. The electron is offline, but there are backup oxygen candles, solid chemical cartridges that burn to release O2. They're designed for emergencies exactly like this. They've been in storage for 9 months in a module that fluctuates between freezing and 50 degrees Celsius. Half of them are expired. Nobody logged it. They light one anyway. It ignites. The temperature in the module climbs 15 degrees in 3 minutes. The crew strips down to shirt sleeves, gasping in air that smells like burning metal and tastes like copper. The oxygen percentage stabilizes at 18%, just barely enough to stay conscious at rest. Any real work and they'll start blacking out. And now you have a new problem. The station is still spinning. The solar arrays are still offline. The batteries will drain completely in 11 hours. When that happens, the carbon dioxide scrubbers stop working. You'll suffocate on your own exhalation long before the oxygen runs out. The reaction wheel override bought time, not safety. The crew has maybe 10 hours to restore gyroscope function or manually align the arrays using the backup thrusters, which require the nitrogen they already vented. They're alive, sure, but they're counting down to a different kind of dead, and the options are narrowing faster than the oxygen. Think that's the hard part? Wait until the CO2 hits 4% and your body stops listening to your brain.